All right, what's going on, everybody? Rooster here in Tennessee. Going to do a little break recap. Still got some inventory left. For those that are wondering what I have available in stock. Just to recap the break, it went really well. Met a lot of good folks. We had a great turnout. Probably, I would say throughout the day, probably 100 to 120 people. At any given time, there was probably 75 or 80 people there all at once. But traffic throughout the day, probably a little bit over 100. So not bad for a break that we only prepped for like a month. Hopefully the next one we'll be able to advertise it a little bit more, just like we did the big one in last February. But like I said, met a lot of folks, sold some equipment, shook a lot of hands, even bought some equipment. So overall, a good day. What did I buy? I bought a 2980, a couple of Cobra 1000s, and a amp supply LK 450 single 500Z. So that was my spending at the break. And here's some stuff left over, so figured I'd shoot a little video and show what is available, like I try to do every couple weeks, every week, depending on what inventory is looking like. So that being said, I'll go through what I have here. I'll try to go into a little bit of detail about each item, kind of drive recommendations, how they work, etc. Mainly amps. I'm out of Mako 5000 bass antennas. I sold all them. I still have all my microphones and stuff like that in stock. But amps are what people are most interested in, and radios occasionally. So we'll just start off over here in this little corner. 4-pill 2879 standard. You can run this 140, 150 watts PEP going in. And you probably run a little bit more than that and get by with it if you wanted to. But that's what I recommend conservatively, and you'll get 800 to 900 watts peak. 8 to 12 watts dead key. That's this amp right here going into it. 4-pill 2879C. Again, 15 volts, 15.5, my recommendation. Some people are running them at more. 200 watts PEP going in. 10 to 12 watts dead key going in. Generally, I've got a couple of those in stock. 50 amp power supply sitting here on top. Don't get a lot of these in, but I did get this one in. It doesn't have any labels on it, so if you prefer a supply with no labels, this one would be for you. Good 50 ampere. Below it is a 100 amp, 14.5 volts. Both of these are 14.5 volts, and they're both available. The 100 amp is on my website. You can order it through there if you don't want the hassle of contacting me and doing this and that and the other. 2-pill 2879C. I've got 2 of them here. These will take up to 100 watts PEP going in. Some people run more. 15 volts, 15.5. They do a real good job. People have seen 600 plus watts out of them. So got a couple of those in. 2-pill standard 2879. I recommend 50 watts to 60 watts PEP going into it. And you'll see anywhere from 400 to 450 out of one of those. This is a 2-pill that I've got to review. Some friends of mine, some guys that buy transistors from me, they want me to do a review on it. And I don't mind putting their product out there. So I'm going to do a little review on this guy later, test it out, let you guys see how it works. CB200. Guys are making, I think, 2 pills, 4 pills, and 8s. So I told them I'd show their product off for them. 150 amp power supply right here, 14.5 volts. It is available. 2x8 with preamp is available. 2 454 drivers, driving 8 standard 2879s. This one's an 8-pill. Straight 8, it is pending. Supposed to have it sold on Wednesday. So I will hold it to Wednesday. Local gentleman is supposed to buy it. And I'll try to get a test video done on it before. It's a 8-pill 2879. 655 striker. I don't have to explain that. It's tuned up and ready to go. You guys know what that is. And I've got a Galaxy 66 V3. I sold one of each of these at the break. As far as I know, the guys that got them are liking them, so it's always good. 2x4 standard HG, I believe, 2290s, driving standard HGs. Be a super low drive amp. 25 watt PEP radio will make this thing do plenty. You don't want to run like a 50 watt radio into it or anything. You know, 20 to 30 watts PEP. 2x4 standard. I actually didn't order this amp. It just showed up. I think there was a miscue between me and Fat Boy, but they sent this thing to me. I paid for it, but I didn't order it. Below it, one driving 4, which I have not got a chance to test yet, but 454 driver, standard 2879, pretty good little amp, bang for buck. Should do somebody a good job. You know, 35 watts peak going in, 35, 40 watts PEP going in. Do you a solid job. 4-pill 454s. Got 2 of these guys left. Sold one of these to a local. Have sold several in different states. They do a good job. Everybody likes them real well. 50 to 60 watts peak input, peak drive. You'll see 550 to 600 out. Some people claim to get more. 14.5, 15 volts. Either way works fine, and they do have a variable on them. Then the 503 HDs here. Got 3 of these left, and I do have some 203Ps. I just don't have them sitting up here. 35 watts peak in, 2.5 watts dead key in. Give you about 300 PEP out, 325. And then got a 667 here. And the story on this one's basically a brand new amp. It came with DEIs in it, and the guy ran it for 2 days with DEIs, and they smoked. It's got HG 2879s in it now, so I need to test it, make sure everything's good with it. But I mean, it looks like a brand new amp. Just had crappy DEI transistors in it, and you know, I hate to say that because I'm sure somebody's out there running DEIs and they're having good luck with it, and maybe they've got something for sale. So I don't want to bash on DEIs too bad, but my DEI experience has not been the greatest. I had a 1x4 with them in it, a 32 pill with them in it, and that was a nightmare to say the least. So this thing had DEIs in it originally, and now it's got 4 2879 HGs in it. I don't know about the driver. I'll have to pop the lids on it and check, but this guy's for sale as well. Okay, guys, that's about it. Just wanted to update you what amps I had left. Had a couple comments and said, hey man, what amps do you have left after the break? This is about it right now, so pretty good selection to choose from. As always, every amp gets tested before it goes out. If you're interested in anything, the only thing that is pending right now out of this stack is that 8-pill standard that's right there. I do have some amps in the other room that I've got to get shipped out, some one driving 2s and that M4V and stuff like that. So, and Lamar's 2x4 that I just did a video on. So if you have any questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.